Alright, here we are at my 25th country, Armenia, and 87th region, Yerevan city. It feels good to be here. La Denel Yerevan Nrekashke see. Okay, I need to brush up on this. Yeah, it feels really good to be here. It feels very comfy. Like I feel like I'm gonna recover here quite nicely, as I'm still compromised by the food poisoning or what the fuck I had. I still get diarrhea, but feeling considerably better now. But still gonna take it easy for the 2 days that I intend to stay here in Yerevan. But obviously intending to check out some of the places here. But so far I really like the vibe of the city. It feels like or like Yerevan specifically feels like a polar opposite of Karachi, Pakistan. Armenia is Pakistan is the only country that does not formally recognize the Armenian Republic, and Pakistan is obviously one of the most Muslim countries in the world, while Armenia is probably the most Christian country in the world. Armenia was the first country to make Christianity a state religion. And another stark difference is just the atmosphere. Like Karachi is just full-on chaos, regardless of where you go. But I'm here in central Yerevan and it's very calm. I'm not saying one is inherently better than the other, but just pointing out the differences. Urartu is believed to be the nation that preceded the Armenians. It's over 2,000 years ago. Here's where I'm staying. Good shit. This right here is my battle station. Lots of water, some soda for some sugar, and some carbonation can sometimes help. Simple foods, easy to digest, bananas and crackers, and Lifesaver electrolyte tablets. I'm so glad I brought them with me. But yeah, I've been, sorry for not sparing the details, but I've been shitting out my guts for the 5th time today. It's 2:30 p.m. right now. I'm gonna check out a couple of places, and I do need to buy more water and other things for this recovery process. Fortunately, no more nausea or puking, just diarrhea at this point. So I hope this should pass soon, because until then, until it passes, I have to stay here. I have to stay in the city. I did pack Imodium, and thanks to Imodium I was able to get here in the first place. You can go through 2 flights and sleep in Dubai just to get here. But now I've stopped taking them because it only delays the diarrhea. the body needs to cleanse itself. So that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Feel a bit better. I feel like I emptied out everything I ate yesterday, which was a very small amount, but nonetheless, I feel good now. So I'll head out now. There's one place in particular that I feel is very important to show, so I'll get going. Oh, there's a pharmacy. Парах, докошуме към сарайна. Несколько дней назад в Индии получил отравление, и я до сих пор в процессе. Yeah, I got something. I think the pharmacist understood what I was looking for. A very questionable spot for an outlet. Whereby some kind of a monument. It's like a football team. Okay, at the top it says Ararat, which is a mountain in present-day Turkey, but a mountain that is very important in Armenian culture and is used as a symbol in many places. And I guess that's the name of the football team here. I don't know what happened in 1973, but I'll check it out. I have forgotten some of the letters, so I'm not exactly sure what the bit on the bottom says. Alright, we finally made it here. This place is called Citerna Kabert. So Citerna Kabert is a memorial for the Armenian genocide, which lasted for several years, but started in 1915 in Eastern Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire was collapsing at the time, and Armenians were forced into mass deportations through the desert into Iraq and Syria, and through inhumane conditions with occasional looting and raping and murdering happening along the way, perpetrated by the Ottomans. The total death toll is has not been confirmed. It varies. The figures vary from several hundred thousand to up to 1.5 million people. Bottom line being that a lot of fucking people died. And the worst thing about it is that despite such a cruelty taking place, the perpetrators or their following party, which is the modern Turkish Republic, continues to deny that a genocide took place in Eastern Ottoman Empire. According to their version, as Ottomans were fighting on many fronts, but in this case they were fighting against Russians in the Caucasus. According to Turkish, Armenians were switching sides and fighting for the Russians. So the Ottomans deemed Armenians as rebels, and therefore in their version deported them to not hinder themselves and to protect Armenia, so to speak. But it should be noted that 2 other genocides took place in Ottoman Empire during that time frame, one against the Greeks and one against the Syrians. In my opinion, Turkey has caused more harm on its reputation by constantly denying what happened instead of admitting what was once part of history and what is not even the current Turkish state, but their predecessor, and that the current people living in Turkey are not responsible for what happened and only responsible for denying what happened. And I think the same thing is a problem for Japan. They need to own up to the dark part of their history, just in a way that Germany did, and move on from there. I must say that the weather is very fitting. Regarding past darker acts of different countries, I think there's a very small minority of people who have the attitude of who either have the attitude of it didn't happen or they deserved it, whoever were the victims in whatever happened. But I think majority of the people are ashamed of some aspects of their history, and I think it needs to be remembered that you are your own person, and you're not responsible for what happened in the past, but that doesn't mean that people shouldn't be educated about your country's history, including all of the good and including all of the bad. Like, my country does not, we don't deny that we didn't side with the Nazis for a few years during World War II. We did, and we learned about it in school. Sure, there are some nuances to what made this transpire, but it did happen, and among other things.
Yeah, in hindsight, I think the better example here will have been the Finns' prior oppression of the indigenous Sami people. The situation is better now, but this did happen and has impacted a lot of Sami people and scarred them.
That's why I think history is an important subject, and was actually one of my favorites growing up. And I don't agree with the people who are saying that it's useless. It has no bearing in the real world, in the real time, but we have to remember where we started as a humanity. There were no laws, no morals until probably a couple thousand years ago, but humanity did exist for quite a long before that. And we also have to remember that Holocaust happened. It hasn't even been 100 years since Holocaust happened. Same thing with women's right to vote. For example, Switzerland only gave this right in the 60s, which is crazy. Among other examples, like apartheid lasting all the way until 1994. and the country still being affected by it, even if that is not the official policy anymore. So my point being that learning about history is very important to learn about past mistakes, past wrongdoings to other peers, and try to learn from them, try to make the place better for ourselves and for the people around us.
I think this is now more important than ever because, honestly speaking, judging by the most recent events, it feels like as a humanity we're just going backwards at the moment. I mean, the things happening right now will be written about in the future history books.
How do we notice this dog? Hello. This place has such a cool vibe, honestly. Besides being quite depressing because of that. But with that being said, it's very relaxing being here. Well, that was a mistake. OpenStreetMap showed a trail in there. There was a soldier there and a guard dog. Was chased by it for a few hundred meters. But yeah, so much for the shortcut. Gonna have to come back to where I came from. I've noticed that you have these water fountains everywhere, and that people do drink from them. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's safe for me, especially now. Ararat is the name of I believe it's actually national brandy of Armenia, and Armenians are quite well known for making brandy and making wines. Georgia is believed to be the first country to invent wine, but Armenia is right next to Georgia, so history of making wine has gone way back in Armenia as well, especially brandy. And the thing is, that brand of brandy, Ararat, was favorite type of brandy for Winston Churchill, and Stalin used to actually send him boxes of this stuff in every now and then. I'm a non-practicing Orthodox Christian. I think it's been like 4 years since I was in church for the last time, but whenever I go, it makes me feel good. This was the Armenian branch of church is quite similar to the Eastern Orthodox church, which I'm a part of. They have an Arduino store here. That's pretty cool. Barrior from Yerevan. It's a new day. I'm feeling much better. I will be ready to head towards my courts tomorrow. But for now, for today, I'm gonna go do my laundry and check out more of this city while I'm here. Я Канаклаве. Хороший запах везде. Все супер. Let's check out this old neighborhood. So this one is called Cond. Let's take a quick stroll around. Posso mettere sereno?
Алло,
Алло? Я могу взять слоги кетто.
сейчас возьмите.
Я сам немножко удивлен, что вы его продаваете. Я сам вот из Финляндии. Это финская кухня не очень знаменитая все-таки.
Мы захотели что-то рыбное.
Рыбная.
Начали смотреть в интернете. И там нашли суп рыбаков, финский суп. А еще
Ну, возможно, тогда темный хлеб есть?
есть.
Что, серьезно?
Вполне.
Такой ржавой прям?
Да. Мы попали как раз туда, куда надо.
Ну, такое совпадение случилось, да. Honestly, it's so random that they sell it here. I'll try it, see if it tastes any different. Very similar from the ones I've had, but there's still something slightly different. I think just different ingredients. Not different ingredients, but just different origin of different ingredients, different fish, different salmon, and different potatoes, maybe. But very, very, very similar, very delicious. I would say this is the best dish from Finland. Yeah, I think this is something almost everyone faces when traveling. At some point, you just wanna, even though the local food is good, like for instance, I really enjoyed Pakistani food, but at some point, you just want something of your own, some kind of a comfort meal. Yeah, the bread is quite different, but once again, very good. This right here is the main market in Yerevan. Let's check it out. It's cute. Lots of nuts. These are like either cacio. There's like a Georgian kind of sweet. I've had it in Russia before. Very cool. You gotta find some pomegranates. That's like a national fruit here. Looks like there's Elgato there. It's like a national baked good here. These are just shoes here. Looks like there's another section ahead. Okay, looks like just a continuation of the produce and other food products. Oh, okay, there's a lot of cheese. I immediately smell it. I do not like cheese. There's even more. Oh, wow. Okay, this is like a vegetable section. I think it's very, very fresh. Yeah, they sell just about anything under the sun here. Lots of pomegranate juice, freshly squeezed. And that is so much better than the other ones I've had back home. So fresh. Also bought some dried apricots, like another national fruit here. This one, very good. They're like a very good kind of a snack to bring on a hike or something. And then as a just a courtesy, I was given this, whatever the hell this is. Vendor said that it's some kind of a raspberry stripe. Oh, what the fuck? That is good. That is really good. Yeah, I didn't even really plan to buy anything there because I know I have the opportunity to do so later. Yeah, when I do, I'll have to buy some more of those raspberries. Really good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check out the Yerevan Metro. I think Yerevan is one of those cities where you didn't expect them to have a metro system. kind of like a lot of cities in China, because so many of them you've never heard of, and there's plenty more in the planning in China. But yeah, this one was built under the Soviets. I will only travel for one stop, so not really for the transportation purpose of it, but just to observe what it's like, what it looks like. Okay, I finally found the metro entrance. Just like I'm out to just one direction, so, and like Helsinki, so it should be straightforward.
Attention, the doors are closing. The next station is Republic Square.
Very pretty here.
Nurpena, zivarpe misiru, surpena, zinze siru. Lavașen, ierante găpușen, năratov kersirenile, serele. Im lavașen, te duzievița șarvașen, Jesújenke zašalka sem ukrasire. Ovena, mijakčika naše, ovena, kazi si lumerate, i siete, si kanarku mečije vse, čikaro, nabat matrile.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap for this video, fellas. It's been a great few days in Yerevan, and I'm happy that my recovery has progressed. Now I'm close to full form, and I've been able to explore the city a little bit. Even though I mostly stayed in the central areas, I must say that Yerevan was more modern than I expected. They're making korobas there. Just overall impressions, I really liked it. The atmosphere and the vibes were really good, and I just feel at comfort here. But yeah, journey goes on tomorrow. I can finally at last resume with my coordinates. No more food poisoning or whatever the fuck I had. No more police escorts. I can finally continue to do my thing. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.